Hey, it's Dave Chapin. Welcome to the Wolf Sports YouTube channel. It's Super Bowl 60 this Sunday between the Patriots and the Seahawks. After diving into the tape, these are some of the things I'm watching in the big game. So the path for these two teams pretty intriguing. The Seahawks had the number one seed in the NFC, of course. So just two playoff games, the divisional round, winning against the Niners, a blowout win, and then the NFC title game win, holding on against the Rams in another thriller. They had a battle to get the top seed in the NFC, playing in the NFC West. And what makes their path interesting is in the playoffs, they faced two teams that they already played twice in the regular season, split with those teams, and then won the most important one in the playoffs. That means there was a familiarity there, playing those teams twice a year. And remember, Week 18 with the number one seed on the line. They also played San Francisco. So the path was very challenging to get the top seed in the NFC and in that division, but playing teams they've been familiar with. Just something I've been thinking about. Not sure if that's a bad sign or anything, but then on the other side, the Patriots, an uncommonly easy schedule during the regular season, and that sort of transferred over to the playoffs. Wildcard round against the Chargers. That offense, Justin Herbert, just really struggled in the division round, beat the Texans for first half interception from CJ Stroud. Just didn't have a good game. And then, of course, the Bo Nix injury, got to face a backup quarterback, his first action in over 2 years in Jarrett Stidham. And as opposed to the Seahawks playing divisional foes in the playoffs, they didn't face the Chargers, Texans, or Broncos during the regular season. And I know a lot of fans that aren't Patriots fans are like, what the heck with this path New England's gotten while looking for their 7th Super Bowl title. That said, winning 17 out of 20 games, Patriots are now 17-3. That doesn't happen by accident. Mike Vrabel's done an outstanding job. And on offense, Josh McDaniels talked about him a lot throughout the season. So somewhat sizable underdogs at around 4.5 points. And it'll certainly be their toughest test of the playoffs. But as stated, the Seahawks have been playing teams they're used to. Just something to think about. Maybe a slight edge for McDaniels in the offense. But it's not like Mike McDonald on the other side isn't going to throw a lot at a young quarterback in Drake Maye. So the Seahawks just had to win 2 games to get here, Patriots 3. These are my top 5 performers during this run to the big game among the Seattle and New England players. 1 and 2, I'll go sort of a duo. Jackson Smith and Jigba and Sam Darnold. JSN, I think, in a good spot to be the Offensive Player of the Year. He's been ultra consistent. That's continued in the postseason. Tom Brady during the NFC Championship game discussed sort of what makes him so good, the pace he runs routes with, how under control he is, despite the speed he has running the routes, his hands, his shiftiness, his toughness. There's a lot of great receivers in the NFL, so for him to have a case as the top receiver in the game right now says how good he is. Then right behind him, again, his quarterback, Darnold, was lights out against the Rams, a defense he had struggled with over the past 2 years for the most part. I thought they preferred low volume passing, but they were not afraid to get aggressive from the jump. Darnold hit Rashid Shaheed for a deep ball, and that set the tone for what things were going to be like. He torched the Rams through the air, took advantage of matchups. I think the key to the game, anything can happen. Maybe the Patriots can just let up the scoreboard on offense somehow. But I think if Darnold takes care of the ball, I don't see the Seahawks losing. But the number 3 top performer among these two teams on their way to Super Bowl 60 is Patriots defensive tackle Milton Williams. Just won a championship last season with the Eagles. Came over in a big free agent deal to New England. He missed a couple of months late in the season, returned Week 18, and then immediately huge impact in the playoffs, 2 sacks in the wildcard round against the Chargers. Hasn't had a sack the past 2 games, but he's getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. And quick pressure up the middle, of course, that could maybe force Darnold into turnovers. So yeah, not like he's an under-the-radar guy, but I think an X factor if he can maybe play out of his mind, not only getting after Darnold, but stuffing the run. And that brings us to the number 4 top performer during the Super Bowl run, Seahawks running back Kenneth Walker III. It's unfortunate Zach Charbonnet tore his ACL in the wildcard round, an underrated blow to the offense of the run game, but it helps that Walker's totally stepped up, playing the best he's played this season. I know a lot of people want him to get more touches during the regular season, but he's being unleashed now. You see the change of direction he has, the ability to get outside, turn the corner, probably better than anyone right now in terms of getting the edge. 3 touchdowns in the divisional round, touchdown last week. Balance is huge for both these offenses, so to have him running the way he is behind an offensive line, where it's good to see a healthy Charles Cross at left tackle, tough to stop, and the energy he brings, you can even feel it seemingly through the TV screen when Ken Walker's popping runs. Finally, number 5, Christian Gonzalez. 2 weeks ago against the Texans, he had a forced fumble. Then last week in the NFC title game, had a sack and the game-sealing interception. Wasn't a difficult pick, but still, he was beat early by Marvin Mims before Denver's first and only touchdown of the game early, but bounced back. Headlines a tremendous cornerback trio with Carlton Davis and Marcus Jones, both also playing at a high level. And at number 5, a representative of that trio among the top performers, a key part of that Patriots defense more than getting the job done,
picking up the slack for the offense that's had basically historical struggles on their way to the big game. Now, for what I'm watching on both sides of the ball, for the Patriots offense against the Seahawks defense, pretty simple. How does Drake Maye play? From an individual perspective, hasn't had a good postseason throwing the ball. Now dealing with a shoulder issue, not in any jeopardy to miss the game, but sounds like probably not at 100%. Missed some throws last week. The previous 2 playoff wins struggled with turnovers and taking sacks. Taking sacks sort of been an issue all year. Watch Will Campbell, how he performs, the rookie left tackle. The number 4 overall pick has had some struggles out there. But yeah, Matt, you saw there were some missed opportunities last week on in-breaking routes, just missing throws. I don't know if it was the shoulder or what. Got away with an almost interception by the Broncos defense into like triple coverage early. So he's got to settle in. Seahawks defense going to be flying around. And it'd help with the way Ramondre Stevenson's playing. Travion Henderson's taking a step back during the playoffs, but he has that big play element that would help take pressure off everyone, including Maye. But yeah, as mentioned, balance, key for both offenses, maybe especially the Patriots. Then on the other side, we talked about JSN, but I'm watching Cooper Kupp and Rashid Shaheed as the secondary options for Darnold against this strong cornerback group. Shaheed can obviously take the top off and not only catch deep passes, but open things up for everyone. In the kick return game, he's a factor. Just a great acquisition at the trade deadline by general manager John Schneider, and I remain shocked, was not alone in saying it at the time, that he felt like a perfect addition for the Bills. Things might look differently. We might be looking at a Bills-Seahawks matchup if Buffalo did go hard after him, but Shaheed certainly happy with where he landed, wanted to play for the Seahawks, and coordinator Clint Kubiak, who was with the Saints last season. And then Kupp, former Super Bowl MVP, had big catches last week, key conversion, key touchdown. Smith and Jigba, he's going to get his, you would think. But especially if the Patriots can be stout against the run, are Kupp and Shaheed able to get open for Darnold and help keep drives moving? For the Super Bowl 60 pick, as I've said in previous videos and said today, anything could happen. But a couple of weeks ago, in the most anticipated Super Bowl matchups, ranking them, I had this one, Patriots-Seahawks at number 3, and said there was a chance it could maybe not go well for the New England offense. I'm not saying that's definitely going to be the case. Again, Maye's going to need to step up, which he certainly can do. As stated, 17-3 this season the Patriots are. He's probably going to be the MVP, runner-up. Was ultra efficient during the regular season. But I'll go back to what I said earlier. I think if Sam Darnold does take care of the ball, which with the way he's playing, no reason to believe he won't, they might have the advantage on both sides of the ball, which seems crazy to say maybe with how the Patriots defense has played in 3+ matchups. But the balance Seattle has, hot both on the ground and through the air. I think we'll need maybe a Christian Gonzalez interception, a Milton Williams sack at a key spot, a forced fumble somewhere. One of those game-changing plays that turns momentum. Momentum always seems big in the Super Bowl. We've seen for years things turn, including between these two teams. When Tom Brady led the Patriots back from 24-14 in the fourth quarter, scored 2 touchdowns in an epic comeback win, the Malcolm Butler game. And this has been a year of comebacks throughout the league, so it'd be fitting if we get a comeback from one of these two teams. But I'll go with the Seahawks getting a little bit of redemption from over a decade ago and winning Super Bowl 60.
Every game and certainly every Super Bowl is its own story. With such high stakes, high energy it's going to be for the big game. But what do you guys think? Do you think the Seahawks are going to win like I do and like the majority of bettors do? Do you think the Patriots pull off the upset? Feel free to let us know in the comments your thoughts on the big game. Thank you for watching and enjoy.